Here we are, PB, Pat Benzan, and a legend, Anthony Thompson.
You going by PB?
Yeah, Pat Benzan, whatever. Put my government out there.
All right, cool. What's going on, brother?
I'm chilling, bro. I see you flourishing with the beard.
Sounds good, man. Quarantine beer, you know.
I feel you, my brother. I feel you. So we are here today to talk about The Last Dance, chapters 1 and 2.
Yes, sir.
So, Anthony, what were your initial takeaways from the doc?
My initial takeaways from the doc. So I watched it 3 times so far.
Oh my goodness! Oh, so you were into this?
No, I'm trying to understand everything. Like the first time I watched it, getting lost in the timeline.
Yeah.
We're jumping around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the timeline was very hectic.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to catch everything, all the nuances. Actually, I'm pretty interested. I know just all the different aspects of the doc. I'm trying to catch all of that. So
yeah, so I guess what they're trying to do is like they're trying to be in like the 1998 season, but also kind of give us like a Jordan biography.
Yeah, basically.
Which they're trying to do simultaneously, which makes it like a little hard to follow.
Yeah.
Like a little of it's unnecessary. Like we've kind of already heard the story a million times. Like, okay, got cut from the high school team.
Exactly. I mean, we're going to get to that, but he didn't get cut.
Yeah, not only did he not get cut, he played JV, but also like people love talking about, oh yeah, Jordan got cut. Like I've heard at probably every tryout I've ever tried out at. Guys, if you don't make it, just remember Michael Jordan didn't make his high school team. Like, well, first of all, let's be clear. He was 5'9".
Yes.
And he comes back the next year at 6'3". So pretty sure you're going to make most high school teams.
Completely different. Like, a whole different player.
Yeah.
So he didn't get cut from the high school team. He played JV as a sophomore, like many sophomores do across the country.
Yeah, especially in the day and age.
Yeah, he's turning into Michael Jordan. So it's a great story. It's not true.
What do you think of the UNC stuff?
I thought it was cool. Him coming on the campus and being the freshman and then being the freshman on the block thing. I thought it was cool. I mean, it was a cool perspective to see like MJ go to college for 3 years. So like,
yeah,
you see all these kids going to school for 1 year.
That's
they're
facts.
not really playing out in the league. But you see how MJ went to school for 3 years, and obviously he's a different breed. But
so, which did you think was like more cliche / corny when James Worthy was like, "Oh, I was better than Mike" for about 5 minutes? When Roy Williams was like, "Yeah," so MJ came up to me and was like, "Oh, I want to be the greatest who's ever played here," and then I was like, "Oh, well, you have to work harder than anyone."
Both of those were very cliche and corny, because it's like obviously they could say that.
Yeah, you can say that about literally any college freshman who's ever stepped foot on a campus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every freshman that said I want to be the best player, and they've said that to every freshman.
Yeah, I want to hear the stories about the freshmen who step on campus and are like, you know what? I just want to be average. I don't want to go to the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't want to be All-American. I just want to, maybe start, maybe come off the bench, play a role.
Exactly. So that was very corny, but it's a cool story to tell. Again, just a cool story.
So building off that, what was the bigger lie when they said, A, I didn't have any money for stamps. Please put some money in my account. Or B, when he said he walked into the room with booze, the women, and the drugs and just turned around and walked back out.
That one's the biggest lie, bro. Like MJ, I already know. I know for sure MJ should get to it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's saying this as his eyes are literally completely
bloodshot red. Bloodshot red. Like
with a big glass of some brown lick next to him.
Yeah, he's drinking some heavy, and he's talking about how I don't do. They got the lines over there. They got the weed smokers over there. I don't want to be associated with it. That's just not true.
Yeah.
He definitely drinks.
Yeah, it kind of just speaks to like the image that he's going for, or at least
I was going to ask you about this. Do you like the MJ innocence take that they're going with? Because they really have like let him just sit back and be the innocent guy. Like he didn't do wrong. He was just
From what I've heard, that image is going to quickly deteriorate as like more footage from the actual season comes.
okay.
Because like for now, I feel like we've like basically just gotten like a bunch of we've all already seen before. We haven't gotten that much all access footage yet. Yeah. But from what I've heard, I mean, we saw bits and pieces of it. Like when he asked this Krause, he was like, "Oh yeah, those your diet pills or those pills you take to keep you short?" Which is just so unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, like he was talking about how asking Krause if he wanted to do layup lines and having to lower the rim. They just with him. They're like, he couldn't do anything about it. Yeah, other than break up the team.
So. True. Which is an interesting power dynamic because, like, you see Mike and Scotty apparently just shitting on Krause, and you're like, wow, they had all this power, but like at the same time, like they really didn't. Like Scotty was making no money, and Jordan like kind of had to retire after the year, and like they kind of sent his coach packing, which is just so weird.
That whole dynamic was kind of crazy. Just like he's running this head honcho spot, but I don't know. It was just weird that the relationship that they had with the GM. You would think it would be a lot better that they were winning.
I mean, I can't picture anything even close to that happening now. Like maybe it's like we're in the era of player empowerment, but I feel like if Bron pulled up on Jeannie Buss and was like, "Yo, Rob Pelinka is out. I'm not banging with him," or if he said, "Yo, whatever the coach is,"
it's very different. Yeah, it's very different.
Frank Vogel, yeah. If he pulled up and said, "Yo, Frank Vogel is not it. Get Ty Lue over here."
I mean, like LeBron has done that. Like we could just.
Yeah, exactly. He's already gotten coaches, GMs up out of there.
Blatt was out of there. Yeah. Like Bron wasn't feeling.
Blatt was trying to run the Princeton, and Bron was like, "Nah, we calling this 1.0 over LeBron."
Yeah, exactly. So it's already been done. You see, like the players have way more power nowadays. So.
So who are you putting the tension on? Who does the fault lie with?
Who does the fault lie with?
Krause, Jordan, Reinsdorf, Scotty, I guess. But it's really those three who are at the heart of it.
I mean, like there's a combination. I can't give it one person. I'm gonna say Reinsdorf because he just allowed this to go on.
Yeah, he did. It was kind of weird how he was just so like removed from it.
Exactly. He's just chilling while he do this. Like he's with the chemistry of the team. He just allowed him to do it. But I guess it made sense that he was like hands off because he got them to 5 championships. So he's like, you know what you're doing, bro. Go ahead, do your thing. Whatever.
Yeah, no doubt. So Jerry Krause. Are we going? Did you know that was supposed to be him? Like he was supposed to be the villain in Space Jam?
I had no clue.
That was pretty wild. Have you seen any confirmation of that?
Oh, so wait. You said he's supposed to be the villain in Space Jam?
Yeah, I guess that character was like based on him.
Oh wow, that makes sense now. Like it does seem like that now.
Yeah, he's a pretty wild dude.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can tell a coach, look, like, I don't really care if you win 82 games.
82 games.
Like, you don't care about winning 82 games?
It's very wild that he did that. They really portrayed the little man syndrome for him.
Yeah.
And like it really shows in the doc in like the first 2 episodes of this that he wanted a lot of credit. Like he wanted to be like, look at me. Like, I got all these players here. I got these 5 chips. Like,
yeah, no doubt.
This is my way. This is my way.
It reminds me of like the dude that like you're at a party, or like maybe not a party, but like a big group setting, and like you kind of say some funny shit to the dude next to you, and then that dude says it to like the whole group,
and the whole party.
Everybody starts laughing. Like that dude is Jerry Krause who whispered the joke. Like. It reminds me of like some writer who wrote all these like amazing lines for like characters and stuff, and then the characters go out in public, they're all out together. Everyone's like, "Yo, you guys are so funny! Like, oh, I love those lines. I love these characters." He's just in the back, like, "Yeah, I wrote that, motherfucker." That shit is all me. Like, you can't blame him too much because he was a big part of that. It seemed like he drafted Pippen.
he said what he said about like organizations win championships and like.
Which
How do you feel about that?
I mean, only a select few number of NBA franchises have won championships. Like you don't see, like for example, you don't see like this year was an outlier. Like the Toronto Raptors, this is the first one they really won.
Yeah.
But if you look at like, you don't see like the Indiana Pacers winning championship.
Nah.
You don't see like it's been the Heat, the Celtics, the Lakers, the Pistons, the Bulls because Jordan was there, the Warriors because of this run. So I understand what he's saying. Like it does take more than just a collection of players, but maybe it's not the best form to come out and say
that. I just feel like he can't say that. You can't. When you have MJ on your team, you can't say that, bro.
Yeah, that's facts. I don't think he chose the right time to really say that.
You can't say it. You have MJ on your team. That's just not. You got MJ and Scotty. It's not gonna work. Like that is not a good. That's a hot take to say that organizations win championships when MJ is going out there to get 50.
Yeah, no doubt. He had a lot of those.
Yeah, so I don't want the organization to go get 50. I'm sorry, it didn't. It didn't do that one time.
That is true, but it does take. He did construct the right team around Jordan.
For sure. He got the right guys around Jordan. He had Scotty, a great Batman, a great Robin to MJ. And then you had wild ass Robin, so
But this is what pisses me off about the GOAT debate. I know you don't want to talk about it.
We're going there.
Yeah, I have to say this.
All right, go ahead.
This is what bothers me about the GOAT debate. They start the documentary with, okay, they have Phil Jackson, the most legendary coach of all time.
Yep.
That's nice. Then they go to Scottie Pippen, and they have like 3 players who are like, oh my God, Scottie was the second best player in the league. Scottie was this. There was nothing Scottie couldn't do on the court. And it's like, wait, this dude's making $3 million. And he's the second best player in the league? That's a ridiculous advantage. That would be like if LeBron had Kawhi Leonard or Giannis or Kevin Durant on his team for $3 million a year. That would be obscene.
Yeah, that would be wild. That would be wild.
Exactly. Like he would run that for 6 years, for however many years straight in his prime.
Yeah.
That's Bron. Imagine Bron and Durant on the same team with Durant making $3 million a year.
It would get scary. It would definitely get scary.
It would get spooky for a lot of these dudes.
The amount of talent you could put around them is just ridiculous. Like you don't
even remember who Michael Jordan was. Then they go on to Dennis Rodman, who they're like, oh yeah, by the way, he led the league in rebounding for 5 years in a row.
Yeah,
it was
about how much they discredit Bron. Just MJ had a lot of dudes. Like he had horses on his team. I don't know why.
Not to mention the greatest coach of all time. Jordan, it seems like literally was a GOAT and was.
Yeah, I actually also
was living in his time.
I was gonna say that. Watching the doc, I'm sure we'll feel it more, but watching the doc, you do see how dominant Jordan was. Like,
yeah,
he was
stuff that like goes beyond the court. Like, just his persona was literally like some evil who was going to like just win at the end. Like it was like watching American Gangster.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Just the whole Jordan legend was just wild.
That's what it is.
I asked you in terms of, I think I saw this like on TV or something, in terms of the media following.
Yeah.
Like he was like when they went to France, just like how they flooded the streets to see this dude. Yeah. Like how do you think the difference in media from today's media and like the following back then?
One thing that's interesting that I thought was funny, in France, the whole team has like the Chicago Bulls jumpsuit on. He pulls up in just the Nike Jordan sweatsuit. It's like a lot. We see how you're coming. It seems like Jordan transcended a lot of the normal rules of like the media.
Yeah.
Obviously, but like the difference to me is kind of like how LeBron has meticulously built his brand as like this family man, businessman, entrepreneur. I'm this really good guy, a stainless reputation. Whereas Jordan was like, yeah, like I drank a lot. And I gambled a lot, and I was a murderer on the court, and I was a bad dude to my teammates a lot of the time. because all I care about was winning. And that's another thing. And then he has the nerve to say Scotty's selfish.
Yeah.
You gonna say, yo, I know I'm making this 36 mil light. Got the Jordan money on the way. But you know what, Scotty? I know you're only getting $3 million, but like you being selfish right now, B.
Yeah, I can't really fuck with Jordan on that one. I don't think that's selfish. I think even today's players do the same. Like they want their bread. Like you want to get paid for being. He's the second best player in the league. Like
facts. But to come back to your question, one thing about the difference in the media coverage, like one thing about Jordan is people loved him so much. No matter what he did, it was always going to come off in a positive light. It was always going to be, oh, like Jordan, yeah, he was an athlete, but it was to get the best out of his teammates. It was like, oh, he was playing golf with Danny Ainge the day before the game. Oh, he was playing mental games with the competition, getting real estate in the dude's head. If Bron ever played a round of golf with one of his opponents before the game, I can already hear Skip Bayless, all the old players talking about, oh, it's too buddy now. Yeah. Nah, I ain't never trying to hear that again.
That buddy is out the window. I don't want to hear that shit either.
Bro, he played a round of golf with a dude who was guarding him in a playoff series. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, it's wild that we went to play golf today. That's wild.
Last thing I wanted to hit was Scotty. Whose fault is the contract?
Whose fault?
Whose fault? Who are we blaming his contract on? Who's
that's totally on Scotty. Like he said it. The owner said it. He told him don't sign the contract. It's on Scotty. I understand you need to get your money because you want to take care of your family. Yeah. And you don't know what the future holds.
Facts.
But he told him.
And my thing is like, if you're inherently going to trade value up front for long-term security, like, bruh, you got your long-term security.
Yeah.
Like, why are you coming back now and crying? Like, did you think it was going to be something different?
Yeah, I don't think he thought it was going to pan out the way it did. Like, I don't think he expected to be that Scottie Pippen, the whatever second best player in the league.
So what did he want to happen? Did he want to go and get a new deal?
Yeah, I think he was sitting out trying to be like, I want a new deal.
Okay, so here's my thing. Say the contract had gone the other way, and he was a bum, and he didn't perform, and he wasn't a starter. He couldn't make a shot, and they weren't playing him at all. Would he have gone back to ownership and been like, yo, you know what? Actually, this deal don't make no sense. Y'all giving me too much. Y'all back $2 million this joint, and I'll just keep this $1 million what I'm worth, and then we can call it a day.
Nah, that's like the tricky situation there, though.
Because that's basically what he was asking them to do.
Yeah, and they weren't. It wasn't going to happen. They had already planned on breaking up the team. Why they paid the man?
Yeah, like, I mean, good sports organizations don't pay for past performance. We've seen it time and time again.
Nah.
But like, it is tough because it does look bad when the second or whatever he was, a top 5 player, top 10,
top 5,
whatever he was, is 122nd paid. I think it was Scott Van Pelt was like, yeah, the 122nd paid player in today's NBA is Andre Roberson. And I was like, oh, that's terrible.
Andre Roberson, he's a solid player. Solid player.
I mean, good defensive player, complete liability on offense.
Yeah, he's not Scottie Pippen.
No, not nowhere close.
I have a question for you, P.
Yeah, what you got for me, AT?
Okay. MJ's playoff performance against the Celtics.
Yes.
We've seen Bron against the Warriors go out and put up numbers and lose.
Yes.
MJ did the same shit.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, bro, can I have a moment for this? Just because this one really hits home for me. Not to be overly dramatic, but this is just the back and forth, the contradicting that people do, the stepping over themselves that they try to do to convict LeBron is just obscene. Because, first of all, LeBron did it in the finals.
Yes.
And he was really by himself, which it looks like Jordan was too. But, like, Jordan does that, and everyone's like, Larry Bird's like, that wasn't Michael Jordan. That was God disguised in his body. It's like, first of all, Larry, if it was Larry Bird don't even think God could beat the Celtics. But it's like LeBron does that, and Skip Bayless is like, oh, Kobe would have found a way. Oh, Mike would have found a way. It's like, how?
Yeah.
His teammates are forgetting the score. Like, there's not like, does LeBron have to check with each player on the team to make sure they know the time and score? Is that what the GOAT debate comes down to? I mean, that to me isn't even a perfect example because that's like late career Bron. He's in his prime, complete control of his powers. You want to go to a more impressive performance, go to LeBron, 22 years old against the Pistons in 2007. Scores 48, last 25 straight.
Yeah.
Against a veteran team, a team that's won a title, has been to the finals, and he beat them. He didn't lose to them. And this is in the conference finals.
They forget that, P. They forget that.
It's like Jordan can't even make it out of the first round, brother. I will never be smart enough to understand why losing in the finals is somehow worse than losing in the first round. Like, I was confused because everyone tells me that Jordan was 6 for 6. So I was under the impression he had played next year and won 6 championships. So when they were going through all the seasons where he was eliminated, I was confused as I was like, everybody told me he was 6 for 6. Did they forget about these years?
Oh no. I'm all for it. I'm all for MJ now. Like watching the doc, I'm starting to become
No. Yeah, I am
understanding more of why the older people talk about him the way they do.
For sure. I don't want to get this confused. Like I used to be, as you know, and that probably many of these listeners know, I was a big MJ slanderer.
Yeah, you slandered him. So
I've called him a DeMar DeRozan in the 90s.
I want you to appreciate him as you watch this doc. But
I've called him a shorter, slightly more athletic Kawhi Leonard.
No.
And the thing that about him is he's really the devil. Like he is the greatest villain. He's Bane, he's Joker, but the villain wins.
He wins at all costs.
But with that being said, I'm all for GOAT arguments for Jordan that don't revolve around, he won 6 and LeBron won 3.
Yeah, I don't want to hear the rings. I don't want to hear the rings.
Bro, you had the second best player in the league at $3 million.
Yeah, I don't want to. The rings.
That's something nobody talks about in the GOAT discussion.
Yeah, the rings.
Imagine LeBron and Kevin Durant. Oh my God.
It's really unfair you put them two together.
It would. Oh my! I can't even talk about it. It would. But I mean, I'm all here for 10 scoring titles. However many times he was first team all league, first team all defense, defensive player of the year.
All defense, right? Danny Ainge blew by him on the lay. I don't know about the first team all defense.
No, I ain't here for the Danny Ainge slander. I'll for my man Danny. He had a nice little cameo too. Oh, that's another one I want to ask you. Who had the best cameo?
What best cameo?
Besides the Obama
hashtag. That joint was legendary.
Former Chicago resident.
Yeah, that shit was tough. The best cameo. I'm still watching it right now, but
who do you think? Who was better, Roy or Dean Smith? Not that Dean Smith had a cameo, but he did have.
What do you mean?
I mean, Roy was pretty funny in it.
Oh yeah, Roy was funny. I mean, he told his corny story, so he was cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess we could say Roy was the best cameo on the first 2 episodes. For sure.
Yeah, Roy was good. Kerr was good.
Yeah.
I like Kerr. It's funny seeing him as a player. Steve Kerr.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It is weird to see him, like, talking about this now.
Yeah.
But
is Phil Jackson overrated as a coach?
He had MJ.
I mean, it seems like he went from dynasty to dynasty with a lot of dogs on his roster. Like, it looks like he had the best players.
It's hard to say he's overrated. Like, he does have to coach them dudes.
Yeah.
Like, you got to give him something. So, no, I wouldn't say he's overrated. I like that he was on Scotty's side.
True.
In that little cameo he was talking about he was on Scotty's side. I like that because they were both just fighting for their lives at that point.
Yeah, no doubt.
They're about to fire him if he goes 82-0. And they're not extending this contract, so.
That is one thing that we didn't talk about is like maybe Krause did kind of unite those dudes as like, yo, like this dude, we gonna go get our last one.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a motivation factor for them.
Like rallying around like a certain cause.
The Last Dance, bro.
True. Well, all right, my man. You got anything else for me?
I don't, P. I appreciate you having me on.
No doubt.
Anytime. Well, not anytime, but you know I like to stay out the way.
Busy out there trapping.
Stay on out the way, bro. Stay out the way.
I feel you, bro. Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate you, and hopefully I'll see you in person soon.